Hello students, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Today we are taking standard 12 subject statistics, chapter number 3, part 1, linear regression, lecture number 6. Okay, see, in the last lecture we complete all the long sums, short sums, all these things. See, what is we are doing? We are doing right now properties of regression coefficient, that is on page number 144. Up to this we are complete in our example books 1 to 14 illustration and exercise 3.1 and 3.2. Now see, this is the theory, this is a short theory, so I will explain you. Page number 144. Properties of regression coefficient. First one, correlation coefficient R and regression coefficient B are either both positive or both negative. What means of that? See, first of all, this is the relation between regression coefficient B and correlation coefficient R. See, this one is B by X is equal to B of Y on X. This one is BXY, that is B of X on Y. I told you in your first lecture that you have in your syllabus this one only, B by X, not BXY. That is, you have to find out the regression line of Y on X only. That is only in your syllabus. But there are some second part of the coin, that is X on Y, regression line of Y on X as well as regression line of X on Y. And this is related as a BXY, B of X on Y. And the relation between regression coefficient and correlation coefficient is like this. But this is also not in your syllabus. But for teaching these properties, I have to know you this one. That means B by X and BXY. Here, if B by X is equal to positive answer, then BXY has also a positive answer, and then as per these two, R is also positive. What means of that? This is the first property, that correlation coefficient, that is R, and regression coefficient, that is B by X or B of BXY. Here you can write or BXY or B by X are either both this one or this one, positive, or both are in negative. Why? That means if here see, if B by X is negative, then BXY is also negative, and when both are negative, minus minus, here minus is taken common here, and square root, because the square root of minus is not taken, that's why here minus minus common, and taken the square root of this multiplication, and the R is negative. That's why here you can say if B by X is negative, BXY also negative, and if both are negative, R is also negative, and vice versa. If they are positive, R is positive. This is important for your MCQ as well as SQ question. Now second one, regression coefficient is independent of change of origin but not independent of change of scale. See, if you remember, I was told you in our regular lecture that regression correlation coefficient, chapter number 2. See here, at the time of chapter number 2, I told you that R is not regression is independent of change in origin and change in scale. R, that is R, chapter number 2. Change in origin means plus or minus. If you are adding or subtracting some exact amount, some common amount, some one amount from all the observation, then your answer of R will not change. That means it is independent with the change in origin as well as change in scale, independent in change in scale, that is multiply and divide. If you multiply or if you divide one common amount from all the observations of x or y, then that means the answer of R, that is coefficient of correlation, will not change because that R is independent with the change in scale. But here there are some changes in Byx is here in both it is independent, but here the first one is regression coefficient is independent of change in origin but not independent, that is dependent of change in scale. Means what? If you are adding or subtracting one common amount from all the observations, then the answer of Byx will not change, right? So here plus or minus, when the word origin, you have to keep in mind that plus or minus, you are subtracting or adding some one amount from all the observations of x or y, then the change in answer will it is independent. That's why there is no change in the answer. But if you are multiplying or dividing some amount, that is change in scale, then your answer of Byx will be changed. Why? See, I will teach you in the formula base, that is R's formula. What is R formula? For shortcut method, n sigma uv minus sigma u sigma v upon n sigma u square minus sigma u whole square, right? But in square root, and in next square root n sigma v square minus sigma v whole square. This is the formula for uv. If you are taking u is equal to x minus a upon cx and v is equal to y minus b upon cy, right? Or you are taking u is equal to x minus a only, or v is equal to y minus b only, right? Okay, this is the formula for R. When you are taking u as this, that means you are taking cx as a common and cy as a common from x and y, or you are not taking any common amount from x and y, that is u is equal to x minus a and v is equal to y minus b. In both the cases the formula is common, right? But now see here, for Byx, what is the formula? N sigma uv minus sigma u into sigma v upon n sigma u square minus sigma u whole square, where u is equal to x minus a and v is equal to y minus b. But see here, there are two parts in method number 3 here. What is that? Byx is equal to n sigma uv minus sigma u into sigma v upon n sigma u square minus sigma u whole square into cy upon cx. What is this? That is, here you are where u is equal to x minus a upon cx and v is equal to y minus v upon cy. Here you are multiplying or dividing. Here you can say like this also, cy into bracket x minus v. Yes? Okay. What means of that? If you are multiplying or if you are dividing some amount as a common in x and y all observations, then you have to change your formula by multiplying cy upon cx. That means your answer will be changed. If, see here, in both the cases, here cx and cy taken common or not taken common, r is same. The formula for r is same. But here in byx, that is regression coefficient byx, if you are not taking any amount as a common, you are just subtracting, or you can say here y plus b. See here, x minus a is u is equal to x minus a and v is equal to y plus b. You are adding or subtracting any amount, then your formula is as it is. But if you are dividing or multiplying some amount, then your formula will be changed. That means your answer will be changed. So see now, second one again, regression coefficient is independent of change of origin, that is independent of change of origin, that is plus or minus, and but it not independent, that is dependent of change of scale. Change of scale, dependent of change of scale. If you are multiplying or dividing some amount, then your answer will be changed. Here the difference between these two. Okay, so read it carefully. Now we will move forward to illustration number 15. First of, okay guys, now move forward to illustration number 15. See, up to this we are completing all the main points of this chapter, that is long sum of byx, then short sums of byx, then coefficient of determination. All these things are over. See, in the last illustration 14, that is a mixed sum. How? Because in their questions they ask y on x, right? Regression coefficient of regression line of y on x, then give the value of x, and then they ask for the coefficient of determination. That means it is a mixed sum. It is a very big sum. But now we are seeing also mixed sums, but there is information is given. See, in illustration number 15, all information is given. In illustration number 14, we have to calculate and find out the information and then put into the formulas. But here the value is given. The main change is this. See illustration number 15, read the question on the page number 142. 6 pairs, see, n is equal to 6. Underline that word, 6 pairs of father sons are selected in a sample of experimental to know the relation between the heights of the fathers in centimeter, that is your x, and the heights of the adult sons in centimeter, that is your y. The information given is sigma x, sigma y, sigma x minus 170 square, sigma y minus 165 square, and sigma x minus 170 into y minus 165. So first of all, this information is given, and in that n is equal to 6. But first of all, you have to find out the x bar and y bar. If x bar and y bar is 170 and 165, then it is okay. But if x bar and y bar is not 170 and 165, you have to take the next method. See, what is that? First of all, find out x bar. Sigma x upon n. What is sigma x? That is 1020 upon n is equal to what? 6. What is that? That is 170, yes. And y bar is equal to what? Sigma y upon n. That is 990 upon 6. That is 165. Okay. So here the value is given for x minus x bar. Okay. So here we can write sigma x minus 170 square is equal to 60. Sigma x y minus 165 square is equal to 105, and sigma x minus 170 into y minus 165 is equal to 45. Now this is the main information, and this is now x minus x bar square, this is now y minus y bar square, and this is now x minus x bar into y minus y bar. How we know that? Finding out x bar and y bar. This is your x bar and this is your y bar. First of all, whenever the information is given like this, you have to find out your x bar and y bar and confirm that the value given in the bracket is x bar or y bar or not. If it is x bar and y bar, then you have to take the formula number, then method number 1. If it is not x bar and y bar, then you have to take method number 3. Okay. Now read the question again. Obtain the regression line of heights of the sun, that is y on x. Regression line of y on x, that is y cap is equal to a plus bx, that is b is equal to byx is equal to, which method we have to use? Sigma x minus x bar into y minus y bar upon sigma x minus x bar whole square. Okay, so x minus x bar and y minus y bar is equal to 45 only, and sigma x minus x bar whole square is equal to 60. So it is 0.75. byx is equal to 0.75. Now a is equal to y bar minus b into x bar. What is your y bar? 165 minus 0.75 into 170. That means 165 minus 170 into 0.75, that is 127.5. So it is 37.5. Your A is, therefore your A is equal to 37.5. Now regression line y cap is equal to a plus bx, that is 37.5 plus 0.75x. This is your first answer, right? What is your first question? Obtain the regression line of y on x. This is the regression line of y on x. Now also verify the reliability of the regression model. See here the word, underline the word, that is reliability. What means of that? You have to find out here r square, that is coefficient of determination. Why? The word reliable and the word valid, that is the main point for regression coefficient of determination. So here they ask the find out, also verify the reliability of the regression model. So here we have to find out for that r square first, and then on the basis of r square answer we have to say that if the regression model, this one, is reliable or not. Okay, what is the formula for r square? sigma x minus x bar into y minus y bar whole square. See, I am writing direct r square formula. That means here numerator whole square and denominator square root is cancelled. So here sigma in the denominator sigma x minus x bar whole square into sigma y minus y bar whole square. Okay, so here x minus x bar into y minus y bar, that is 45 whole square upon sigma x minus x bar is equal to 60 into sigma y minus y bar is equal to 105. So 45 square, that is 2025 upon 60 into 105, that is 6300. Okay, zero point 3214. Your r square is equal to 0.3214. That means approximate value of r square is equal to 0.32. See, the value of r square is 0.32. What means of that? It is reliable or not? Yes, it is not reliable because the answer is less than 0.50. If the answer is less than 0.50, the r square, that is regression model reliability, is not reliable. So you have to write the answer like this, that since the value of r square is nearest to 0, see, if the answer is more than 0.50, you have to write nearest to 1. If the answer is less than 50, you have to write nearest to 0. So write down the answer. Since the value of the r square is nearest to 0, it cannot be said that the regression model is reliable. Okay, write down this. Okay guys, now move forward to illustration number 16. Read the question first. See, these are the short sums. It will be asked in 2 or 3 marks. Okay, so read first. If the regression, first one, illustration number 16, part 1. If the regression line of y on x is y cap is equal to 12 minus 1.5x, then x bar, and x bar is 6, then find out the y bar. This is your first question, and this one, only one part is asked in 2 or 3 marks. Here is the second part. Next regression line, that is y on x is equal to 11.5 plus 0.65x, y bar is equal to 18, and find out x bar. Here x bar given and we have to find out y bar. Here y bar given and we have to find out x bar. Now see that we know that the regression line is always passes through x bar and y bar. This one is always passes through x bar and y bar. So we can say that if here on y cap is equal to 12 minus 1.5x, we are putting x bar 6 as x, then you can got the answer of y bar. So here we are putting the value of x bar as a x in y on x basis, then you got the answer of y bar. Here y cap is equal to 12 minus 1.5. On x we are putting the value of x bar minus 9, so 3. Y cap is equal to 3. Here you can write as, if you are putting x bar 6 as a x in y on x regression model, then you got the answer of y cap, that is your y bar. So write down that therefore the mean of y see, it is not given like that x bar is equal to 6. It is given that mean of x is equal to 6. I convert that into x bar. So here whenever your question is mean of x, you have to write answer like that also. Therefore the mean of y is 3. This is the answer. Here you can say therefore y bar is equal to 3 is your answer. Okay, Now second one, same way, if y bar is given, see on regression line y on x, if y bar is given, you have to find out x bar by putting y cap is equal to y bar and find out x, that is your x bar. So here y cap is equal to y bar because the regression line is passing through x bar and y bar. That's why here we are putting the value, that is 18 is equal to 11.5 plus 0.65x. Okay, therefore 18 minus this one, 11.5 minus is equal to 0.65x. Therefore 6.5 is equal to 0.65x. Therefore x is equal to 6.5 upon 0.65. Therefore x is equal to 10. So here also y bar is not given. Here it is given that mean of y is equal to 18. So you have to write on the basis of the question, therefore mean of x is 10. This is your answer. So write down first question and then answer. Okay guys, now move forward to illustration number 17. See, 16 is your short sums like this. 17 as also short sum, part 1 and part 2. First of all, illustration number 17, part 1. If x bar is equal to 5, here y bar is equal to 11, b is equal to 1.2, b is equal to 1.2, that is byx. Then obtain the regression line of y on x. What is the formula for regression line of y on x? That is y cap is equal to a plus bx. Right? So now, what is first of all b? We have to find out first of all b, and it is given b is equal to 1.2. So now we have to find out a only. So here a is equal to y bar minus b x bar. What is y bar? That is 11 minus what is b? 1.2 into what is x bar? That is 5. 11 minus 6, that is 5. So here a is equal to 5, b is equal to 1.2. Now just put the value and obtain regression line of y on x. That is y cap is equal to a plus bx is equal to 5 plus 1.2x. This is your first answer. Y cap, obtain the regression line of y on x. That is y cap is equal to 5 plus 1.2 into x or 1.2x. That is your regression line of y on x. Now move forward to question number 2, that is part 2, illustration number 17. If x bar is 60, y bar is 75. Now the style of the question is changed here, that is sx square as covariance of xy is equal to 5:3. See, here b's value is given. Here b's value is not given, but the value of covariance of xy, the ratio of covariance of xy and sx square. See, reverse ratio, not regular ratio. What is the formula for b? First of all, what is the question? Obtain the regression line of y on x. That is y cap is equal to a plus bx. Here b is given, here b is not given. Here a is not given, and we find out the a's value and then put the value of in regression line. But here first of all we have to find out the b, then find out a, and then put the value in regression line. So what is first of all formula for b is equal to b by x is equal to, on the basis of covariance of xy and sx square, the formula for b by x is equal to covariance of xy upon sx square. but here, see here, value is given or ratio is given, reverse ratio, that is Sx square covariance of xy, as covariance of xy is equal to 5:3. What means of that? Here Sx square upon covariance of xy is equal to 5/3. But we want in the formula covariance of xy upon Sx square. So we have to take inverse, that is covariance of xy upon Sx square on the basis of this. Therefore we have to put the sign therefore covariance of xy upon Sx square is equal to inverse of this, that is 3/5. The ratio of covariance of xy and Sx square is 3/5. So put the value here now. Covariance of xy is equal to 3 and Sx square is equal to 5. The ratio of these two is 3/5. The answer is 0.60 or 0.6. Byx is equal to 0.6. Right? Now find out the value of A. What is the value of A? What is the formula for A? Y bar minus B x bar. What is Y bar? 75. What is B? That is our 0.6, that we find out 0.6. And what is x bar? That is 60. So 75 minus 36. 39 is the answer of A. Now we find out both the values A and B by x. Now put in to regression line y on x. What is your y on x? Y cap is equal to A plus bx. Here therefore y cap is equal to A is equal to what? 39. B is equal to 0.6x. This is the answer, first answer of your question. Obtain the regression line of y on x. This is the regression line of y on x. Now the next question is, if the value of x is equal to 65, then find out the y cap, that is the estimated value of y. If x is equal to 65, then y cap is equal to 39 plus 0.6 into 65. What is the estimated value of y? 65 into 0.6 is equal to 39 plus 39. 78 is your answer. Y cap is equal to 78. So your estimated value of y is 78 if x is equal to 65. This is your short sums. Write down this. Okay guys, see, up to this we are completing illustration number 17, long sums and short sums. Now time to homework. Here is your homework. You have to write in your exercise book section A, B and C of exercise 3. See, I know that it is a theoretical as well as practical part. In section A, B, C, you have to write section A, B, C, whatever you know or whatever you can write. If there is any difficulties in writing any theories and anything else, then we will discuss in our regular lecture. So you have to complete your homework up to this section A, B, C of exercise 3. Thank you.